Hello everyone, welcome back to upGrowth. If 35% of your ad budget is to retargeting and 25% to lookalike audiences, here is the problem. Both of these depend on third party cookies. As cookies go away, the part of your spend stops working the way it does today. So, this simulator tells you exactly how much revenue is at risk and what will it cost to fix you. This is a cookie deprecation impact calculator by upGrowth. It takes your current paid media setup and shows you how much revenue you could lose in year one if you do nothing, how much your return on ad spend will drop, what your first party data is worth per contact, and what a migration plan will cost. So let's quickly try this calculator with an example. So we have seven inputs here. Let's go through it one by one. First, set your currency to INR or USD. Then is your monthly ad spend, covers all your paid channels combined. And next is your paid spend, sorry, person spend on retargeting is how much of your budget goes to showing ads to people who have already visited your website or app. And next is person spend on lookalike audiences is how much goes to targeting new people who look similar to your existing customers, a feature that relies heavily on third party cookie data. And the next is current return on ad spend is how much revenue you get for every rupee you spend on ads today. Next is first party data readiness is how far along you're in building your own data setup. Things like your own customer database, consent management, and email collection. So selected not started yet, that is 0%. Next is the email list size is the number of email contacts you currently have. This is your most important owned asset and the simulator uses it to work out your first party data value. And next and the last input is industry vertical is nothing but your industry, your sector. So I've selected healthcare here. Now let's click on analyze impact. So here is what the output shows. Your revenue at risk in year one is 1 crore 26 lakh. That is how much revenue your business could lose in the next 12 months if you do not start building a first party data strategy now. And return on ad spend degradation is 45%, meaning your current return on ad spend of 3.5x could effectively drop to around 1.9x as cookie based targeting based becomes less reliable. And next is first party data value is rupees 1125 per contact. Your 75,000 email contacts already have real monetary value, and that list is your strongest starting point for a migration strategy. And migration program cost is rupees 9 lakh 10,000. That is the estimated cost of putting the right infrastructure in place, a consent management platform, server side tracking, and first party audience building. The tool also gives you a 12-month impact timeline chart comparing cookie loss against a first party data rebuild. We are currently seeing a technical issue with the chart rendering here, and it will be fixed shortly by the time you try out this tool. But the core numbers above are fully functional and ready to use. Also below that is a cookie deprecation readiness checklist with 10 specific steps your team needs to take. These cover auditing all tracking on your website and app, setting up a customer data platform, building your email list with proper consent, implementing a consent management platform, and so on. You can go through one by one in detail. So the strategic insight here at the bottom says the current readiness level leaves you exposed to a 45% performance drop. Your email list of 75,000 is a solid foundation, but you need CDP infrastructure and consent collection at scale before that list becomes a working ad targeting tool. So as of 2026, 60% of commercial search queries are being answered directly by AI, which means less traffic reaching your site from organic search. At the same time, the cookie-based retargeting and lookalike audiences that most businesses rely on are getting weaker every quarter. For a healthcare business, spending rupees 5 lakh a month on ads, with 60% of that tied to cookie-dependent targeting. Doing nothing is not a neutral choice. It is a rupees 1.26 crore annual revenue risk sitting quietly on the books. So this simulator puts that number in front of you so you can make the case for acting now rather than waiting until the drop shows up in your monthly reports. Run this with your own ad spend and targeting mix before your next budget review. The link is in the description. And if you want upload to help build a first party data and migration strategy, book a free strategy call with us right below with this button here. We can help you out. Thank you.